Hey everybody, I'm here in Krakow, and I just wanted to give everybody a little bit of an update. So we are heading to Warsaw today, and we're also looking into getting jobs as interpreters on the Ukrainian border with Poland. So if that materializes, we'll be heading back down to the Ukrainian border near Lviv. However, right now our plan is to continue on to Vilnius tomorrow. So, I also wanted to talk about some of the phrases that I've seen online, kind of in regards to the Ukrainian conflict. There was one where there's this little island in the Black Sea just off the coast of Ukraine called Snake Island, and it was being defended by 13 Ukrainian army, and there was a Russian warship that called up the Ukrainians on the radio and said, "We are a Russian warship. If you surrender now, we will not eliminate you." And the Ukrainians replied, "Ruski kорабль, иди нахуй," which is Russian ship, go F yourself. That's kind of a bumper sticker phrase that I think is going to be fairly popular in Ukraine. And the other one that I've heard is a possibly factual story about a Ukrainian grandmother who walked up to one of the Russian soldiers that was occupying her village and handed him a handful of sunflower seeds and said to him, "Here, put these sunflower seeds in your pocket so that when you lay down in the ground, flowers will grow." And so the phrase "Semechki v karman положите," which means, put these sunflower seeds in your pocket, is another phrase that's gotten some attention. Now, as far as the conflict goes, it's really hard to tell what's going on. In military circles, that's kind of known as the fog of war. You never know for sure which reports are accurate, which reports aren't accurate, but there's quite a bit of video coming out of Kiev and Odessa and Mariupol and many other many other Ukrainian cities about the Russian invasion. This morning there was a Russian airstrike on an apartment building in Kiev. I don't think they were aiming for the apartment building, but I mean, Kiev is a huge city that is full of like 20-story apartment buildings. And most of the government buildings are much shorter than that. So carrying out airstrikes in an area like that is really difficult. Difficult's not the right word. Stupid is the word I'm looking for. There's also been some reports that Russian paratroopers tried to land in Kiev. Not near Kiev, but in Kiev. Now, I don't know what they were thinking, but if anybody's seen like Band of Brothers or any of those other World War II movies, Saving Private Ryan maybe, I think they had paratroopers in there. Paratroopers don't like all land next to each other. When they jump out of an airplane, they cover a pretty large area of ground. And to do that in a city full of tall buildings is just crazy. Like to try to land paratroopers in a city full of tall apartment buildings is just crazy. I mean, you could land on the roof of an apartment building, and what if the doors are locked and you can't get into there's a steel door there that you might not be able to break down to get into the stairwell to escape from the building. And it's like they have a fire escape leading up 20 floors. And, other than that, you might hit the side of a building. And how are you going to regroup once you land? So anyway, the reports are that, yesterday the Ukrainian government started handing out automatic weapons to anybody who wants to volunteer to defend the country. The recruitment centers in Ukraine have lines around the block of people wanting to sign up to defend their country. And so basically you have a bunch of paratroopers trying to get into a city where like somebody has an automatic weapon, in every building. And a lot of the paratroopers got shot on the way down. Once they landed, many of them were lost, and they had to ask for directions, and basically it was a completely failed operation. But, and we just got reports now, a deputy minister of Ukraine put out a warning that 3 helicopters worth of troops, Russian troops, had tried to land in Lviv Oblast, which is in the far west of the country where I live. And his message was, Russian troops, please surrender to the Ukrainian army, because if the residents of Lviv find you, it'll be worse. I don't know what's going on here, but what I've seen is tremendous incompetence on the side of the Russians. It's almost unbelievable. And President Zelensky has been doing a great job putting out regular messages on social media and to the news and whatnot. And he's outside in Kiev defending the country from the Russian invaders. The situation in Russia is difficult. Russians are afraid to say anything on the internet about the war, except to parrot the political line that it's all NATO's fault. That's the only response you'll get from them. 1,700 people were arrested in Moscow while they were protesting. That was yesterday, I think, which would have been Thursday or Friday. Yeah, Friday. And yet still, you have huge demonstrations going on in St. Petersburg and Moscow of people protesting. We'll see how things hold out. But so, yeah, we're hoping that we can get connected with the right people so that we can get down to the Polish border and start helping people crossing and taking care of some refugees. But we're doing well. We are safe and sound right now in Krakow and headed for Warsaw today. So this is me signing off. Take care of each other and be kind.